Hey, it's Jay. Welcome back to Lavender Living. Today I'm going to be sharing some queer nonfiction books that I've enjoyed. A couple of them I am currently still in the middle of reading when I'm filming this in the middle of May. And one of them I never really finished reading because my audiobook expired from the library. But yeah, let's get into it. First one is a book I don't have a copy of, and that is The Invisible Orientation, An Introduction to Asexuality by Julie Sandra Decker. I haven't read all of this yet, but I had to read it for some oral communication speech thingy I took summer 2018, where I talked about crash course in asexuality and stuff, and I needed a reference for it. But this just talks about asexuality and some other bits of the spectrum, as well as some of its history and how it's perceived and stuff. And this would be a really good book for anyone who wanted to do research on asexuality for a character, or just who's interested in it, or who's questioning their own sexuality. And the other book that I don't have a copy of that I was listening to the audiobook of that expired was Sissy, A Coming of Gender Story by Jacob Tobiah. This is about a Iranian American, I believe, who is gender nonconforming, and kind of their story. They narrate the audiobook, and it's kind of their story about how they discovered their gender and their sexuality, and growing up and stuff, and dealing with that as a kid and an adult. And it's just really interesting. I guess it's a good book to learn about someone's personal experience of coming to terms with their gender and stuff. So this book is the first ARC I ever got. A Quick and Easy Guide to They Them Pronouns by Archie Bongiovanni and Tristan Jimerson. This was from Oni Press, and it's just a little graphic novel, very short, about they them pronouns and non-binariness. And one of the authors is non-binary, I believe, and then the other one is cis. And so it talks about allyship and how you can work safely and subtly ask someone's pronouns, and how it's used in sentences and stuff. But it was really good. It's really short, and it's really good for learning about they them pronouns, obviously. So I'm in a different shirt. It's because my camera cut off because it was running out of memory storage, and now it's a different day that I'm recording, so ignore the costume change. But yeah, we still got a few more nonfiction books to talk about, so here we go. Bad Feminist by Roxane Gay is a book of essays which kind of goes over intersectional feminism and deals with topics such as rape, queerness, being black, being a woman and stuff. Roxane Gay is a fat, bisexual black woman, and she's really interesting on Twitter because she doesn't give a shit about anything. She's very blunt in a lot of things she says. I definitely recommend a lot of these essays. I'm not done with it right now, but I think it's going to be a 4-star read. But this is definitely really interesting for point of views on different things. The penultimate book I have for queer nonfiction recs is This Book is Gay by Juno Dawson. This is just an overview of LGBTQ terminology, and it's I think it's mostly written for people who aren't queer, but it also because it says this book's for everyone regardless of gender or sexual preference. This book is for anyone who's ever dared to wonder. This book is for you. Let me kind of look. But this book kind of talks about the name game with labels and stuff, biology, stereotypes, coming out, and this also has testimonials or different stories from people are mostly across the country, I think. It talks about queer sex, and then it talks about a few historical figures. This is another book where I'm only about halfway done with it at the time I'm filming this. I've been reading this for 2 years. I need to finish it. But yeah, this is just a basic LGBT one-on-one book. And the last book I have is Our Stories, Our Voices, 21 Why Our Authors Get Real About Injustice, Empowerment, and Growing Up Female in America. It's edited by Amy Reed. I'm not sure if Amy Reed is queer per se, but there are several contributors in here that are queer, such as Nina LaCour, Julie Murphy, and probably more. I gave this book 4 stars. It has a lot of diverse voices, and this was this book came about to be after the 2016 election, and it's just female YA authors talking about growing up female in America, and it talks about being Asian, fat, queer, etc., etc. I think there's at least one disabilities, but it was really interesting. So that's all I've got for today. Tell me down in the comments if you've read any queer nonfiction books that you enjoyed. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified whenever I upload. I upload every Wednesday except for June for my series Lavender Living, where I upload a video every day for Pride Month. And I will see you in tomorrow's video. Thanks for watching. Bye.